So I'm going to start constructing the setting constraint properties. So maybe let's just kind of give a gap between the two so we know. We could even put a box, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Just put a box around. Let's say build constraints for this one. Oops. Give that a fancy color. Press C to get that, by the way. And then we'll make another box once we're done with these. So for the first one, let's do the wood. So connectors wood. There, we can also give them some colors as well. Just something random, just so you can see, so you can visualize the difference. So most of these are just going to be glue constraints. What I'm going to do is set this to -1. These constraints. Okay, so these are the ones holding the planks together. So if it's -1, it will never break. They won't break, and I'm just going to delete them at some point. So I want them to hold completely together until a certain frame when they will just, I'll just delete them all in one go. Okay, good. Glass. Next. So I know that I'm not sure if we did, but you know, you can set up glass properties within the ABD material fracture, but I just prefer to do it all here where I've got them all together in one bit. Okay, especially when we got so much going on, because it's a bit annoying having to go back and forward to the other node, to the other network. So glass, let's make this you know, blue. Would make sense here, and it's going to be glue, and I'm going to make it pretty weak, just a strength of 50. And something also quite important are these propagation iterations. So I'm going to push this all the way up to 10. So I think I explained before, this is you know, how far, if there's an impact here in the center, for example, how far out will the energy from that travel, right? So I want, you know, if you think about glass, if you hit a corner, typically, you know, quite often the whole pane will shatter. So that's what we want happening with the glass. Okay, what else? We need constraints for the connector, so between the wood and the metal. Wood and metal. Okay, let's give this a green. So as I said, anything which is connected to the metal, we can't see it now because it's just in this stream for some reason, but you know, they are there. Anything connecting an active object, so all of these are going to be active objects, and the metal that we simmed earlier, that we already have the animation, so we're not simulating this, we're just going to be sticking stuff onto it, right? I found that they need to be soft constraints. With glue constraints, they kind of stretch and don't really behave correctly, so I'm just using soft constraints to hold stuff to the frame, basically. Okay, so yeah, just set that to soft, and the default of 10 is fine. And then let's see, what else do we have? So wood to metal, then we've got the big metal to the glass, this one. Big metal glass. Let's visualize and make sure I can see it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let's give this some kind of blue as well. And then this also will be soft, and I'll leave it as at default. And then another one here. This will be the small metal bits to the glass. Small metal to glass. And if you remember, so there we've got the small metal and the glass. These are all active components, so I'll use glue constraints for these, and make them pretty weak as well. 200 will be fine, and leave the propagation iterations at 10 on them as well. And then one more for the wood. Maybe I'll change this color. I don't know, this. And then yeah, for the one more for the wood. There we go. Let's give it a woody color. and these are going to be glue constraints. I'm going to make them a bit stronger, 1000. I don't want propagation. Well, we'll just have the one propagation iteration. Okay, I want it to break a bit more kind of locally, you know, wherever it's impacted, just break there. And yeah, this one with wood, it's good to have them to switch to soft constraints once they're broken, right? So if you think about wood, it kind of bends and flexes once it's broken, you know, they stay together, as opposed to like glass or concrete, which once it's broken is just, you know, completely apart. So to simulate that, yeah, we once these are broken, it changes, they become soft constraints, just like we did with metal. And yeah, we can leave it at defaults like that. And I believe that's all of our constraints ready to go.